The only difference between a controlled demolition and a dramatic destruction is a small error. When demolitions take an unexpected turn, chaos ensues. And today, I have compiled the most gripping incidents of demolitions gone wrong. Number 1. Though we will consider this fall a failure, the crane operator won my respect. As soon as he saw that the chimney was cracking and may fall to his side, he immediately turned his crane cabin away for a safer exit, and, well, the huge structure fell right onto the crane. But he was perfectly fine. Number 2. These multi-angle clips hail from Vordingborg, Denmark, where a silo demolition went so wrong it ended up destroying a public library in 2018. Well, it was a spectacular failure as the silo fell in the opposite direction, resulting in damage to the small section of an adjacent library. Good thing no injuries were reported as the 53-meter tower fell. Number 3. Now this clip from 2016 has everything: drama, thrills, escape, and skills. A multi-level parking garage in Houston, Texas during its demolition posed a serious risk to a crane operator when it unexpectedly collapsed onto an excavator operator. The video captured the dramatic moment as the building fell, but those machines are insanely strong. The fall didn't do much damage. A quick-thinking colleague in another excavator also jumped in to assist the operator, who quite remarkably came out unharmed from the incident. Number 4. Another day, another demolition team with another failure. This time from India in 2018. A crane operator was busy bringing down a water tower with no idea of how crazy things were going to be for him. As the building started to fall, he noticed the direction of the fall was not right. Luckily, he was perfectly fine and escaped just in time. Nevertheless, we can call it a close call for sure. Number 5. This 2013 clip from Australia is another embarrassing episode. A demolition team tried bringing down a 4,000-ton building with 150 pounds of explosives, but they were left red-faced after the structure got stuck, leaning to one side. Cranes were called in to give some necessary pushes before the building finally collapsed after 40 minutes of mimicking the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Number 6. Here is another bunch of men with the brightest of all ideas in the world. Demolish a silo using a sledgehammer, not realizing the danger this scary adventure could pose. As expected, after some hits on the building, the silo came crashing down. Lucky for these people, they managed to escape just in the nick of time, or otherwise they would have made the headlines for all the wrong and sad reasons.
Woo! My hammer. You all right?
Number 7. Maintaining a safe distance from the site of demolition is a precaution that saves lives, and this clip is here to prove me right. At first, you might even miss what has happened, but let me slow down the video a bit for you. This happened during the demolition of the buildings of OP Prostojov in the Czech Republic, where some flying stones almost killed people watching the demolition. That is the kind of close call which sends shivers down one's spine, even years after the incident. Number 8. And here is the saddest entry of the video. In January 2020, during snowy weather in St. Petersburg, Russia, workers were removing the roof of a sports complex. A drone captured intense footage of a man using a blowtorch to cut metal supports. Most connections were already dismantled, but when he cut a crucial metal cable, the heavy roof came down on the entire structure, causing the sports complex to collapse instantly. The worker tried to escape, but the damage was too severe. Sadly, his body was later found in the rubble. These heartbreaking moments reveal how important safety measures and precautions are during the demolition of buildings. Number 9. And here is how not to demolish an old bridge. This clip from Israel showed so many wrong things during the leveling of a bridge. It was a blunder from the beginning. The two heavy cranes were definitely weakening the bridge, and when the center gave way, everything came crashing down. But thanks to the advanced safety measures taken during the engineering of the cranes, none of the operators were injured. Number 10. In 2017, a clip surfaced on the internet featuring a boy throwing bricks at a pillar. All he did was remove some bricks and hit the pillar with them, and the whole building came crashing down. The young man escaped in the nick of time, making it one close call. I'm actually amazed how fragile that building was. Number 11. And this is an excellent demolition gone wrong. The perfect landings of falling structures on the wrong sides are my favorite things to watch. Number 12. And this building refused to be demolished and ended up standing uptight and upright in front of a bunch of spectators. Number 13. If efforts had marks, this farmer would have topped the exam. Yes, he decided to bring down a silo using a sledgehammer. I couldn't believe this DIY could work, but here comes the silo crashing down. Small inconvenience though. The silo was very stubborn and refused to come down completely.
Oh no! Fail.
The frustration was real, but the man then decided to use a tractor to level the rest of the structure. An absolute win in the end.
Yes.
Number 14. Here is another clever crane operator rolling his cabin to escape the falling metal. Number 15. As satisfying as the videos of big structures getting demolished are, the ones that bring down trees and utility poles and blow out windows are pretty terrifying. The planned implosion of smokestacks of Cheswick Power Plant in Pennsylvania didn't go as initially thought, and two chimneys of 750 feet and 550 feet caused an air blast that shattered through windows and brought down trees and utility poles, resulting in a power surge that affected the electronics in the area.
The smokestacks at the former Cheswick Power Plant came down on Friday morning.
The only good thing is, no one was near the demolition site, so no injuries were reported, and the repair work started 15 minutes after the implosion. Number 16. Take a look at this majestic demolition. What a perfect landing on the scrub tower. If only that was done on purpose. A company in Ohio was commissioned to control blast 4 towers at a power plant. While the first 3 towers adhered to the initial plan, the 4th tower changed directions due to unknown reasons and decided to take down this perfectly fine scrub tower with it.
I guess it's all 5 now.
An embarrassing fail, but an epic landing. Number 17. The process of demolishing buildings has always fascinated me. Look at this one. The old water chimney is ready to be reduced to rubble, but it has 2 surprises for us. One for the cameraman, and the other for those in charge of leveling it. The chimney was stronger than they thought it was, and left a rolling embarrassment for the workers. Number 18. In 2009, a building demolition in Turkey went seriously wrong when, instead of collapsing, it rolled over onto its roof and ended up hitting another building. Good news though, the nearby buildings were evacuated before the demolition as a precaution, and whoever said precaution saves life was correct.
Narrowly missing other buildings. Good news is, no one was hurt.
Number 19. If going in the wrong direction could be represented by a structure, this power plant chimney in Springfield would be it. We don't know if it was due to a change in the air pressure or a minor error on the part of the workers, but the chimney fell right across the wires into a building storing transformers. I'm surprised how chill the spectators were to this whole scenario.
Whoops.
Lucky thing, they were far from the demolition scene.
I don't think trains are going to come through here for a little bit.
Number 20. While searching for all these demolitions gone wrong videos, I came across this masterpiece of engineering that should be shown. A jackhammer suspended from the crane precisely demolishes the bridge. Unbelievable. Number 21. Imagine people watching and news cameras rolling during a demolition, and suddenly everything goes haywire. This is exactly what happened during a controlled implosion of Ohio Edison Mad River Power Plant's smokestack in 2010. The 275-foot tower fell in the wrong direction, directly on a bunch of live wires, resulting in a couple of deafening blasts.
No one was hurt, but plenty of people were scared by something, and someday they say they'll never forget.
Luckily, no one was hurt in this unforeseen incident. Number 22. In 2022, another demolition debacle took the stage. A crew was asked to remove a crane from a dockyard, but that planned crane demolition turned into an unplanned water ballet when the crane fell right into the ocean. Demolitions gone wrong are one thing, but I have a bunch of other interesting and informative videos like this. These are the most useless mega projects in the world. Why don't you click on it for an epic dose of infotainment?